as they are now seeking rejuvenation, new facelift, and a new breath of fresh air as the Yemeni national anthem is being played right now. Football unites the world is the theme for FIFA. The Yemeni national outfit in their red and white strips outfit here. In your screen is Sri Lanka. And their white, blue and gold. The Golden Lions of Sri Lanka playing for the first time since 2 years here at the Colombo Race Course. Sri Lanka suffered a pretty harsh defeat last week at the hands of Yemen in their first leg clash in Abha, Saudi Arabia. Yemen playing outside of the home region of their country in their neighboring Saudi Arabia. In their home clashes, the Yemeni outfit, as told by Mr. Miroslav, their coach yesterday. A lusty version of the Sri Lankan national anthem, proudly sung by the Sri Lankan players. They know how important this game is coming down to their home fixture. After suffering that 3-0 defeat, as you can see on the screens, players having a friendly before the game. It's a crucial encounter, an all-important encounter. Yes, as you can see, you can go through the Sri Lanka team card.
Sri Lankan team, Sujana Pereira, Asigur Rahman, Captain Charita Ratnayaka, Kavindu Ishan, Suresh Bharat, Mohammad Akib, Wasim Razik, Adon Rajmohan, Jude Supan. The formidable side, Mohan. Lot of experience here.
The coach Andy Morrison has been telling in the last few media briefings, lots of players are really looking forward to come back to Sri Lanka and play for their home country. They are playing in many overseas leagues and born and bred in other countries, but of Sri Lankan origin. So that's a very great news for Sri Lanka. Malmari Abdullah Al Sadi, the Yemeni outfit.
Can be a force to reckon in the region.
Yes, I heard there are another 5 more players also now already willing to play for Sri Lanka and just waiting. So great news for Sri Lanka here playing at home. Yemen is led by Abdul 26 qualifier. Colombo Race Course and the Colombo and its suburbs. There's 90 more minutes. You can come join us here at the Colombo Race Course. The live action on Utli. A bit of a messy start right from the beginning, but Yemen having that ball in possession. That's on your left corner, the Yemeni coach. Beg your pardon, the Sri Lankan coach Morrison, the Scottish.
Yemen on the attack. Well defended by Sri Lanka this time. Kavindu Ishan.
Okay, Kavindu plays for which club, if you may recall?
Kavindu recently represented the Upcountry Lions, the recently concluded Super League. Kavindu is one of the most experienced players in the Sri Lankan team.
Based in Navalapitiya, is it? Yes.
He's in Alapitiya.
I
He
remember.
is originally from Mathura.
Right. I remember Upcountry Lions having a strong rugby team as well back in the day, having the Jayatika Stadium, and that was a brilliant save. Unexpected Sujan Pereira, experienced ex-national captain as well, putting on his experience to the outfit.
Sujan is one of the heroes of Sri Lanka football, who has always there for Sri Lanka.
Yesterday in our chat, I remember you recalling how Sujan was the savior for Sri Lanka in the Four Nations tournament in 2021 against Bangladesh.
Saved a crucial penalty there.
Well. Not the best of the opening starts as the commentator's curse comes to strike Sujan. Not the expected start, but Yemeni number 11, that is the skipper Abdul Wase Matari, going in for the first goal of the game just almost at the 4th minute mark. So trouble times ahead for Sri Lanka. They are 4 goals down in aggregate.
Not the ideal start, conceding a goal in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Let's give thanks to God, and Sri Lanka will now have to come back hard, strike back, and not give away any goals further, because this is battle-hardened Sri Lankan outfit here.
Goal for Jordan, scored by jersey number 11, Abdul Wase.
Akhil Kavindu could have given on and strike forward, but he just kicked away, not in the most player. That's Saeed Al Ghaili.
Wasim Rasik was well placed there. Unfortunately, Sri Lanka couldn't get on the mark there. We'll hope the last game as well, Mohad. Sri Lanka is playing some attacking football. Even though the results are not coming our way, it's good that Sri Lanka is playing attacking football, Mohad.
Yes, playing for the win, even though the 3-0 loss was conceded. Many good comments by the football critics, as you can see the replay here. Let's see what happened for Al Ghaili to go down in that.
Injuries are the most hurt word in sports.
Instances are also happening not far away in our neighboring country, India, where lots of dramatic tactics being used by our opponents. So this means, Akhil, we might see some extra minutes added at the end of almost an all Filipino outfit in his jersey. Race course grounds fully covered up due to security concerns.
Rifkan is not from Colombo, Mohad. Rifkan with the throw in right now. Had a decent game in the first leg. Rifkan is from Kenya. Good to see out of Colombo representation as well.
Especially the eastern province of the country, and also in the schools semi-finals. There is one eastern team from Aligarh National School, Eravur. So all the other teams are from Colombo, Joes and your good old school, Zaira and Dar es Salaam.
Football is one sport, Muad, where we have teams from all around the country, which is very good for the game. Yemeni goalkeeper with the kick. Sri Lanka with the opportunity again.
Your screens is the Sri Lankan bench. Replay a missed opportunity again. Yemeni player playing a bit of a cheeky move out there. As Sri Lanka ready with the corner. Sri Lanka coached by the Scotsman Andy Morrison, and Yemen by Miroslav Suku, the coach from the Czech Republic.
Adon Rajmohan with the corner. Adon had a super game last time.
Yes, Akhil. Another Sri Lankan origin expat player coming down to play for his home country.
And had a very good game, Muad, the last time they played. Another opportunity again. Sri Lanka still with the possession.
Playing at Abha, Saudi Arabia, and here at home in Sri Lanka in Colombo under heavy, gloomy, outcast conditions. Totally two different conditions out here. Last match was played in Saudi under lights, and this one in some pretty gloomy conditions. And yesterday,
Sri Lankan players are appealing for a foul there.
looked a bit harsh as well inside the box.
Muad, what do you say?
Almost like it's just outside the box. Bit of a tough call for the Philippines referee. The match officials having a tough time right from the start.
Other one with another corner. The Golden Army with an opportunity on begging. Charita Ratnayaka, the captain. That was a very, very close chance, Muad.
Absolutely, the skipper lead in the pack from the front. As you can see, Rajmohan's corner coming into Charita, just not finding the right touch. As Yemen still in the front foot. The aggregate score, if you are joining right now from wherever you are, the aggregate score is right now 4-0 in favor of the Yemenis. Sri Lanka have to fight back hard and strong to draw level or to win the game to go into the first round. Interesting comments made by the Yemeni coach Akhil at the press briefing. He said half of the Yemeni outfit is under 23 years of age.
A young outfit by Yemen. Leading up to these qualifiers, Muad, they were the last international game they played was versus Iraq. They conceded a 5-0 loss. So it was a good comeback by this young team.
This Iraq, of course, one of the top Gulf nations. This is Rifkan again. The Lankans fail to secure possession again gifting away the ball back to Yemen, who are in the front foot. Also, the Yemen coach Miroslav Suku yesterday said in a very humorous way when the media personnel questioned about the rainy conditions, he said, and I quote, "We love the rain and we just love it to play out here in Sri Lanka if it rains, because in the Gulf, soggy, wet conditions."
Opportunity for Yemen again to attack.
That's overhooked by the Yemeni forwards. So Sri Lanka still 1 goal down here in the first leg.
Good.
To some of the most extraordinary, legendary matches played at the good old Das Stadium under packed crowds there. As we see, Sri Lanka had a bit of a good. It's a wonderful work by Rajmohan. Gloomy conditions out here. There is no sun, and it's actually a good condition to play football, if not for the wet outfield. But looks like the players are not having any serious concerns, as we were saying earlier. Not having any serious concerns, as we were saying earlier. Ground looks in superlative condition for some fast open skills out in the second leg of the AFC FIFA 2026 Asian Qualifier.
You will be settling with a draw or you're going for the win. Charita Ratnayaka straight away said they are going for the win, which is a good spirit, Muad.
Yes, why not, Akhil? You always play for the win in these crucial conditions. Cannot playing, they're sports fans. It's wonderful. I mean, it's in a good way. The Maldives fans are always very vocal, and behind their team with all their drums and the big loud noises, they are very superb outing. And a big shout out to you as well, who have been a live wire in the region, the South Asian football region.
Talking about Wasim Muad, he ended that year being the highest goal scorer of the South Asian region, which is a tremendous achievement for Sri Lanka football.
Yes, even at Daya, Wasim was the man in it as one team, and he was also facing many hardships in controlling and keeping the team intact at troubled times, especially during when the country was facing many players out there playing in Germany and coming back to his motherland to play and represent and don the Lion jersey. Yes, Akhil. Smite Good evening and welcome back. This is the second leg home clash for Sri Lanka versus Yemen in the AFC Asian FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifier at the Colombo Racecourse. The second half action is yet to begin in a short while as Sri Lanka are trailing 1-0 against Yemen in the second leg clash. Yemen leading 4-0 on aggregate goals, as last week's encounter in Abha, Saudi Arabia was clinched by Yemen 3-0. And I'm joined by Akhil Masoon on the combox. Good evening, Akhil. Welcome back.
Good evening, Muad. Welcoming you back as well. Welcome everyone for the second half action of the second leg of AFC Asian qualifiers. Sri Lanka on the attack again. Opportunity. Oh, opportunities out. And a penalty given for Sri Lanka in the very first minute of the second half. We see Yemen players are appealing against it, and a yellow card.
And also the first yellow card of the game, Akhil. It has been a very disciplined affair. Right from the kickoff, right from the first part of the second half, Sri Lanka in early advantage. The first penalty of the game, and Sri Lankan fans now are jubilant. They are screaming and yelling for their home team as the first penalty, the first scoring opportunity is given for Sri Lanka, the Golden Army.
Wasim Razik taking on the penalty for Sri Lanka as expected. Will he make it 1-1?
That is the biggest ask for the Lankans here. For the fans who are present here, the faithful, loyal Sri Lankan fans, eagerly awaiting on what will unfold in the next couple of seconds. Wasim Razik. We are silent, just like the Sri Lankan crowd went silent, Akhil. As you can see the replay, just absolutely sheer brilliance shown by the Yemeni goalkeeper. No words to say, brilliant goalkeeping skills.
Anticipating the correct direction there, Muad, and saved a crucial goal. A corner for Sri Lanka. Rajmohan with the corner. Opportunity after opportunity for Sri Lanka goes down in the very first minute of second half.
Fazal just completely disheartened with that. He was just inch close, almost there. Sri Lanka, Akhil, whatever said and done, proving that Sri Lanka are not an easy team, are not just another team. They are a team who can fight, as the goalkeeper for Yemen is down on his Abdul Hakim Al Saadi, the number 22, just completely on the floor.
Using the chance well there, Fazal with a beautiful nip there. Look how well directed, just missed by a few inches. It's a game of millimeters, Muad.
Sakil, even in the first half, mid first half, we saw Sri Lanka missing that goal by a whisker. This is almost 5+ golden scoring opportunities gone begging for the Lankans. The clock is running and we might again see some extra time being added, injury time being added at the end of the full time, as anxious Sri Lankan crowds again eagerly awaiting their home team to come back and score a goal and equalize this affair. They know it's a hard task to score 4 goals because the aggregate is now 4-0 in favor of Yemen. From the first leg, they scored 3 goals. So this is the second leg, and they are in the front foot again.
Interestingly, Mohad, a lot of players who didn't start in the first game, in the first leg, who started today, and they are performing really well, especially likes of Akib. And Yemen with another opportunity. Well defended there by Sri Lanka.
Sujan coming back again with a big risk opportunity, a big risk take, Sujan. And coming to save the day for Sri Lanka. This is Sujan, the experienced campaigner, former national captain as well.
So players like Fazal, Ashikur Rahman, who didn't start the last game, playing this one, creating a major impact of the game.
Sakil, see that from the scoreline too, and the attacking opportunities created through these players, very well experienced players, so that years and years of playing on the field coming into effect here.
Afil Mohammed, one of the best defenders playing in Sri Lanka right now, who is fulfilling his duties for his country. Afil is from Hamid Al Husseini College, who also have contributed for Sri Lanka football in a massive level.
Sakil, another central Colombo footballing powerhouse, Hamid Al Husseini, also known as Hamidia amongst the footballing circles, a school which has produced excellent, exceptional talent for the national unit for many years. As Sujan goes up to the skies, Sri Lanka playing with lots of under pressure conditions as the referee stops play. A bit of a foul play, says the referee. So Yemen will now have the opportunity to again control the ball and play the game according to their rhythm. This is your replay. Nothing almost touched, a bit of a dramatic move by the Yemeni, but the referee was not in front of his eyes, so
we see a lot of this in international football, Mohad.
Of course, I think it was rare today when compared to especially international and major top league football, where lots and lots of dramatic instances are recorded, as Sri Lanka again falling into the trap of the tight Yemeni ring of defense. Yemen now controlling the ball in possession. They have the 4-goal advantage. They know they will play their game according to their rhythm and just tone it down and calm their nerves down, as Sri Lanka will definitely and showed that they are definitely in for aggressive attacking play.
Sujan Pereira this time collecting cleanly. Guiding the troops as one of the most senior men in the side. A replacement for Sri Lanka.
Substitution for Sri Lanka. Number 5, Asikur Rahman, is been replaced by number 21, FM Aman.
Asikur Rahman replaced by youngster Aman Faizer. Another opportunity this time. Mohammad Akib this time. No real support there. Straight at the goalkeeper of Yemen. Aman Faizer, another exciting prospect for Sri Lanka football. A youngster.
Sujan still playing intact for Sri Lanka. Ball again lofted and gifted away, possession for Yemen. Al-Tairi, the playmaker for Yemen, the midfielder, just falling short of the goal. He was isolated and was in a solo run as the Lankans again right from their start. Rajmohan now, number 15.
It's pretty evident more that the more opportunities they get to perform in international level, they will deliver. So it's important for authorities to also to organize more tournaments or make Sri Lanka part in the international tournaments so that they get more match experience.
Yes, Akhil. It shows how much the Lankans have been lacking the international exposure as we are playing. The Sri Lankan lads are playing an international game after a year. So that was earlier last week. It was Yemen, and in Sri Lanka it was after 2 long years. So the football-loving public definitely love to see, and they will come in numbers if there are tournaments being held in Sri Lanka. And also, Akhil, according to the organizers, today's ticket proceedings will all go towards the National Sports Development Fund.
Which is a good, commendable thing from authorities, which is to donate for the National Sports Development Fund.
We hope that all those donations will be used in the most favorable position to develop and nurture young up-and-coming sport talent. Because every time in Sri Lankan sports we hear more negative thoughts than the positive ones, as Sri Lanka's athletics, after being rejuvenated at the Asian Games, especially with Nadisha Lekamge and Tarushi Karunaratne's silver and gold medals, Sri Lanka now coming up as another, again, back to the glory days of Sri Lanka athletics. We hope same will happen to the glory days coming back to Sri Lanka football, where we were once a South Asian powerhouse. Playing with top international teams will give the lads from Sri Lanka experience, exposure, and resilience and rejuvenation from the Sri Lankans. Like the coach Andy Morrison, the Scotsman, was telling, give these boys a couple of years and they will definitely prove to be a strong force in the South Asian region, with many international players of Sri Lankan origin willing to play and come back for Sri Lanka. And that will help the local players in the local club circuit as well to develop and give a strong competition, as The first yellow card might be shown to Sri Lanka. Looks like Rifkan will see a yellow. Let's see what the referee has to say. That was a replay. I think come the second half, the Yemenis are into some dramatic tactics. They were playing very hard and strong in the first half, but the second half they are trying to put on a bit of a cheeky moves. But Sri Lanka right on the left wing. That was Razik, if I'm not mistaken, on the left.
Could be an effort to kill some time, Mohd.
Yes, the Yemenis know that they have the match in their bags right now, right away, with a 4-0 aggregate advantage as they are inside the box, and Sri Lankan defense almost a second goal scored by the Yemenis. Lots of ahs and noos from the local crowd as Sri Lanka somehow salvaged to maintain that 1-0 goal difference. It could have been, Akhil, could have been with that unfortunate loss of that penalty earlier in the start of the second half.
Kavindu Ishan, they are trying to go around the defender there, but couldn't make it a positive result for Sri Lanka. By 1-0 in this particular match, and 4-0 aggregate of both the legs. Opportunity again for Yemen. Leading the game by quite a bit of a margin.
They have the match in their pockets as now the first replacement comes in for Yemen in the game. They have not replaced anyone team in the Gulf region. Conflict for many years, but they are playing strong. They are training according to their coach was telling yesterday in the media briefing. They are training under tremendous hardships across the places in countries in Gulf, especially in Egypt. They are not in the best of sorts to continue full training in Yemen, especially with foreign coaches. But fortunately for the Yemenis, the Yemen league is back on track after almost a decade due to conflict. So the Yemeni league will prove and give a great exposure for the Yemen team, as the throw is not good. He's stepped inside, so Sri Lanka will now have a chance to avenge themselves from this tough situation.
And Gulf is one of the most active regions, I would say, in terms of football, Mohd. We see the World Cup happening last year, and also some top names in, I mean, the most the celebrated names in world football are playing football, I mean domestic football, club football in the Gulf region.
Sahil, whatever said and done, what problems may come in that region, wars, conflicts, situations where you cannot control, still football is one sport which you cannot take out of the Gulf, as the region is filled with football crazy fans all over the country, all over the region. And with Qatar hosting last year's World Cup and Morocco proving to be one of the top Arab African nations to play in the semi-finals, that just boosted up the whole region's confidence. And with the Saudi League gaining one of the most highest tractions across the globe, The Gulf will always definitely be the next best hotspot for football in the world.
Sri Lanka with opportunity. Wasim Razik couldn't hold on to that ball. Missed it, and Yemen with possession. That's a field moment there. Doing the perfect job as a defender. One of the best defenders, as I said.
Akhil, you have mentioned a few special names given to special players in the team, if you could recall, like the maestro, the tactician, the golden boy. I think there are different names for some players, if you could recall and have a bit of a fun chat.
There was a time, Muad, where we called Sujan Pereira the Superman of South Asia. Where he used to play club football in Maldives, so he was a very well-known figure in Maldives as well for his superb goalkeeping skills. So he was called as the Superman of South Asia. Sri Lanka with opportunity. Once again, a missed opportunity for Sri Lanka. Were you able to count more how many opportunities were created by the Sri Lankans?
Akhil, I think this is almost the 7th time. The Lankans are inching towards 10 golden missed opportunities. They have only themselves to blame, and also the luck never going in the Sri Lankans' favour. Troubled times ahead for the Yellow Golden Army. Sri Lanka football. To be safe, to be, yes.
An opportunity for Yemen there. Credits should go to the defender as well there, Muad.
Yes, Akhil, whatever said and done, Yemen, the team has been playing their hearts out. So are the Sri Lankans. You cannot blame them for not playing or creating opportunities. Almost now coming close to 10 missed golden opportunities for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have been dominating compared to the last fixture in the first leg at the away clash in Abha, Saudi Arabia. The 3-0 defeat was very hard to digest for the Lankans. They have come back strong and hard to prove that they are a strong team to reckon with here in the international football arena.
There was a time, Muad, even my friends at the production and the media will agree that when Sri Lanka get on to a national match, we end up conceding about more than 4 to 5 and 6 goals. So it's quite nice to see that Sri Lanka is engaging in attacking football, though the numbers are not coming our way. It's important that we continue to play this attacking football, which will inspire the youngsters also to come.
Yes, so like we mentioned in the first half, there was one time when the Lankans were accused of not playing positive football to win. They were playing too much of a defensive game, whereas now they are proven right in front of the eyes of their home fans here in Colombo that they are a strong team who are willing to play good, positive football to win and nothing but to win. As they have been very disciplined, they haven't conceded any yellow cards or red cards here today in Colombo. That's a brilliant sight to see as we are inching at the 70th minute mark on the clock. We definitely will be having more than 3 minutes of extra time added due to the early stoppages at the early second half. This is 1-0 still in favor of Yemen, 4-0 in aggregate for the Yemenis. 156th at the world rankings.
We see the VIPs who are watching the match, headed by the Minister of Sports, Mr. Roshan Ranasinghe.
Another familiar face there too. Once one of the top-notch ministers in the country. as well as the newly elected president of FFSL, the Football Federation of Sri Lanka, Jazwa Umar. What is expected is for Sri Lanka football to be lifted up from the dire straits and jeopardy it was in the last few months and years. So much is expected from the new panel, the new body, regardless of politics or any other affiliations. What is needed is the upliftment of Sri Lanka football to its former glory and its glory days, to be one of the top in the region and hopefully to get back on track in the top of the world rankings with so much of talent, Takil. As we can see in the school level, it's immense. The crowd support is huge, but when they come to the national level, there's a bit of a problem. As Sri Lanka in attacking mode, it was again gifted away in possession. So Yemen says thank you and gets the ball in track again. Now they will slow the game down. They know it's their game. Go for the front. Sujan, the superb save from Sujan, without any fear, comes forward to save the day for the Lankans.
Yemen on the attack. Yemen with a very close opportunity. Missed out. Sri Lanka claimed the ball back and given cheaply again to Yemen. Free kick for Sri Lanka. Lot of support for Sri Lanka. As we see on the pictures right now. We see the crowd coming into action by supporting Sri Lanka. Sujan to take the free kick. Sri Lanka couldn't capitalize the opportunity there, and another opportunity goes begging for Sri Lanka. Yemen on the charge. Sri Lanka claiming back the ball there. Akib given away the ball and Yemen on the attack.
Sujan Pereira, the solo hero for Sri Lanka, isolated there. Sri Lankan defense not any close towards Sujan, as you can see on the replay, just inches close away from the goal line, as Yemen will now go in for their corner, and the second substitution comes in for Yemen. Muhammad Naji Al-Kashmi is in for Anas Salem Al-Mari. Anas, number 17, played a good game for Yemen throughout the first and the second half.
Sri Lanka with possession right now. And given away cheaply once again. And defended well there by the Sri Lankan defenders.
Yes, Sakil, this is a do or die battle for Sri Lanka right now. They have to give their all in. This might be their exit clash. If by the looks of it, it's a very hard task to score another 4 goals to equalize in this affair. It's 75 minutes on the clock. The referee definitely will have around close to 5 minutes of extra added time, but this might seem like the most great effort by Sri Lanka in many, many years of the world football arena.
Would have been far better if that penalty was scored, Muad. Just not our day, I would say.
Crowds from all over the island flocking in to the racecourse stadium here in Colombo. An iconic venue, a historic venue here, used as an airfield back in the World War II. This historic fields of grounds played many key roles in Sri Lanka's and former Ceylon's history. A great sporting venue which hosted many international games in the past and in the recent past as well. Originally used as a horse race track, this area proved to be one of the most lush locations of Colombo in the colonial Ceylon, and now converted into an international standard rugby and football stadium. Akhil, the rugby fraternity is yet to see some international rugby action after a long time here at the stadium. It's a wonderful venue out here.
Yes, Muad, with a lot of both open rugby and open football can be played in this stadium, and one of the nicest venues going across in the country. The vicinity of a lot of sports being played, Muad. We have the race course, we have the hockey turf,
Yes.
then we have the Royal Complex and the Bloomfield Club as well.
Yes, imagine what this area could have been 100 years ago, Akhil. Full of green cinnamon gardens around the vicinity, huge horse race track. So wonderful sight to see, and also it's as you can see on your screens back, the AstroTurf is sadly in a very bad condition. So we hope the authorities of the Hockey Federation and the national sports bodies are watching in, and it's a sad note to see the hockey faithful are facing a situation where there is no AstroTurf in the country. The Mathile turf is destroyed as well. So this might be a wake-up call for the Hockey Federation to look up into these matters, to give a sporting fiesta for the country. Hockey has been one of the most enthusiastic sports in Sri Lanka for many generations, especially Mathile and Colombo. AstroTurfs not in use now, not in good conditions. We hope and pray as sports lovers that the conditions will be restored back to its former glory, as Sri Lanka now fighting hard for survival. 1 goal down, 4 goals down in aggregate. They are giving all their heart, they are giving their all effort, a do or die battle here for the Lankans.
Opportunity for Sri Lanka once again has been the mantra of the day, opportunity and goes begging. And Yemen with a chance, and well cleared by the Superman, Sujan. Yemen is appealing for a foul play, not given by the ref. We are entering the 80th minute of the game with little bit more than 10 minutes to go. Well collected there by Sujan once again. the hero for Sri Lanka today is easily Sujan Moad.
Yes, Akhil, even though he conceded that early goal right in the middle of the first 5 minutes, Sujan has been proving that he is a great leader. Even though he conceded that goal, he knows what he should do in the middle, and he has been giving all his experience of many years to this national outfit.
Substitution for
He
Yemen,
has been proving
number
strong
16,
in
Nasser Ahmed is replaced by
goalkeeping as well as fitness,
eight,
not showing any emotion of
Mohammed.
giving up. That's a great work by Sujan. Yemen number 16, that is Nasser Ahmed Al Gawashi, comes out, and Wahid Muhammad Al Khyat, the number 8, goes in for Yemen. Yemen putting out lots of fresh legs in the second half. They did not do any substitution until the 70th minute of the game. They've been playing an all-round, composed, calm game, safeguarding that early 1-0 goal difference. Coach Andy Morrison from Scotland, Sri Lanka, right on your left of your screens, still standing right beside the touchline in the box and barking out instructions for his Sri Lankan team.
Some replacements coming in for Sri Lanka.
Substitution for Sri Lanka, Kavindu Ishan is replaced by number 18, Shenal.
Kavindu Ishan, who had a good game,
Number 23,
goes off for Shenal
Rizwan
Sandesh.
Mohammed is replaced by number 10, Anthony Rahul.
Anthony Rahul comes in. Meanwhile, some good news from the neighborhood, Muad. The first South Asian country to qualify for the next round. Pakistan beat Cambodia 1-0. So Pakistan qualifies for the next round.
Akhil, it's wonderful to hear news from yet another neighboring South Asian nation qualifying for the second round, because definitely this is a very hard tussle to get into the second round. India, being our neighbors, having a 1 billion population, are yet to go into the FIFA World Cup, so that is also a great concern. It's Harun Hamid who netted the crucial winner for Pakistan to move into the preliminary joint qualification round 2 in the match against Cambodia, winning 1-0. So the Pakistanis are in, and Sri Lankans are fighting to salvage some pride, fighting for pride on glory, to salvage the defeat from last week in Abha, Saudi Arabia against Yemen. Number 8 to the newcomer number 10. Now he passes to another midfielder. This is Altairi. Hanash with the ball now. Goes out to number 9. Back to Hanash.
One of the newcomers for Sri Lanka is Moad Shenal Sandesh, one of the exciting young players of the country. So good that Shenal is getting some match exposure as well. Shenal hails from St. Joseph's College.
Joe's, his good old school, is now in the semi-finals against Darussalam, no, I beg your pardon, Aligarh National College, Eravur, in the All Ireland Schools Under 20 Top Division Football Tournament, as Yemen goes in for a front foot advantage. This is brilliant defense coming in from Sri Lanka. Yemen was never playing this much of an intentional game. They were playing a very slow, calm and composed game in the earlier parts of the second half. Now they are proving to show some comeback to go in, and goal is not scored as the referee raises the flag for an offside. It was a wonderful effort, though commendable actually, to commend the effort by the Yemeni, and also a great effort by Sujan. Thankfully for Sri Lankans, as you can see, a wonderful save on the crossbar, top of the crossbar, as Sujan calls and argues and points the offside. This is the third offside in the game. All offsides were conceded by Yemen. Sri Lanka are yet to be given an offside mark, so this is a very well disciplined game by Sri Lanka, nonetheless not scoring any goals.
Another opportunity there for Sri Lanka. Rajmohan with the kick, and well cleared by the Yemenis defenders there. Akib, the youngster, taking on the throw-in. Another beautiful pass by Chenal. And chances after chances, Muad. Another chance, and Sri Lanka scores. Sri Lanka scores an amazing goal that time. Lot of chances went begging, and this time Sri Lanka scores the all-important equalizer at the 88th minute of the game.
This proves what Sri Lankan lads are made of, Akhil. As you can see, the flags are going up and the fans are up on their seats. They were on the edge of their seats, nail-bitingly waiting on the seats to somehow see Sri Lanka score a goal at home after 2 long years. This is Sri Lanka after 2021 scoring a goal here at home and here at the same venue.
Scored by number 6, Charita Ratnayaka.
Skipper Charita Ratnayaka, the goal scorer for Sri Lanka, proving how amazingly this team is built and how resilient these lads are to come up after a 3-0 heavy onslaught defeat at the hands of Yemen in Saudi Arabia. This is the replay. Skipper Charita Ratnayaka netting that goal in. Beautiful work coming in from the Sri Lankans. A valiant team effort. They know how big this is by the way they are celebrating. This is a great moment for Sri Lanka. This will definitely help the Sri Lankans to go and jump some rankings up of the FIFA rankings. Absolutely great work by Sri Lankans, not giving up until the last gasp.
That was indeed a pleasure and an emotional moment, I would say, for all the football fans here. Charita Ratnayaka, the captain, rising up to the occasion and scoring the all-important goal for Sri Lanka.
There will be 5 minutes of time added.
There was some build-up ahead of that goal and well capitalized by Sri Lanka. We see fans getting vocal right now. Can they add the icing on the cake with another goal, Muad?
course, Sakil, the icing on the cake, the cherry on the top will always be an absolutely brilliant sight to see. If Sri Lanka goes back and scores another goal, they will definitely be rejoicing and celebrating up in there. They cannot win this game on aggregate points, but they definitely have the chance to win this encounter, this leg, as now the aggregate scores are 4-1 in favor of Yemen. Sri Lanka will be absolutely thrilled if they can salvage this game into their hands and go and keep their heads held up high and go home victorious.
Team Sri Lanka played an exceptional game, Muad, with some attacking football, finally resulting in a 88th minute goal for the captain. Had their chances. You see Sri Lanka on the charge again. Wasim Razik. Some momentum for Sri Lanka right now with another corner. Wasim Razik there tried to send the ball to the middle and well defended there by the Yemenis. Adavan Rajmohan, who had two very good games, with the corner. Other one taking on the corner. And resulting in another corner for Sri Lanka. Shenal Sandesh, who came in the dying minutes of the game, he's playing a major impact of this game right now. Other one with another opportunity. Oh, there is something going on there, Muad.
Akhil, we never saw any indisciplinary act committed by any of both of the teams throughout until this exact moment. This shows how much of a close and tense affair this game turns out to be at the middle. It's great to see the players hugging and shaking hands and consoling themselves. End of the day, this is the beauty of sports. Whatever you may do, you may fight, argue in the middle of the pitch, but off the pitch, you go as friendly rivals. And this game is poised to be what was expected in the pre-game hype, as Sri Lanka was very well respected by the Yemenis. The Yemen coach was saying that Sri Lanka is a very strong team to play with and they just respect their opponent very well. As the referee shows another yellow card for Yemen. This is 2 yellow cards being shown for the Yemenis today. Sri Lanka not conceding any yellow. Now the fans are up in their feet. They were very, very silent until the 88th minute of the game.
Adavan Rajmohan, the free kick. And another opportunity goes begging for Sri Lanka once again. What a game we have witnessed today. So many opportunities for Sri Lanka as a result of displaying some amazing attacking football. goal kick for Yemen. A flat kick there by the Yemen. And that marks the end of the game. The second leg of Asian Qualifiers 2026. The game finishes at 1-1 draw with that late goal by the Sri Lankans. The match ends up 1-1, which could be a tremendous achievement for Sri Lanka football going forward.
Yeah, absolutely correct, Akhil. This shows how much of a strong unit and how much effort and resilience shown by this Sri Lankan outfit. They came 3 goals down after that huge suffering defeat against Yemen in the first leg in Abha, Saudi Arabia. The first leg clash. Come the second round, the second leg. This is the full-time scorecard, as you can see on screens. Sri Lanka put on one of the best performances in the recent history. 1-1, having placed 202nd in the FIFA World Ranking. Sri Lanka came into this game, and Yemen came in as firm favourites at 156th in the world rankings. Sri Lanka proved to be a team who can put on a fighting comeback, as Coach Morrison goes into the field to congratulate his boys.
A good, commendable performance by Sri Lanka, I would say. These are the highlights of the second half. Early in the half, Sri Lanka got opportunity, missed the penalty. And there was a superb save by Sujan, the Superman. And that goal from Sri Lanka. Shenal Sandesh giving it out for the captain, and the captain scores a header. A superb goal indeed to wrap up the proceedings. Good attacking football by Sri Lanka football, resulting in a draw of this particular game. Good that Sri Lanka football is back and back with a bang. After 2 years, a home game at the race course. The boys coming out in flying colours. Sujan Pereira, as usual, with his superb goalkeeping skills, and Charita Ratnayaka being a superb captain, and all the forwards and the defenders. A good team effort by Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka 1, Yemen 1. Folks, from wherever you are joining us across Sri Lanka, here at home, the island nation, or across the world, Sri Lankan fans, wherever you are across the globe, and also Yemeni fans, a big thank you and shout out to all of you for joining us. There are many more action coming up next. Do stay tuned. This is the first round clash between Sri Lanka and Yemen, the second leg of the match between Sri Lanka and Yemen. The host Sri Lanka coming back strong to equalize the game in the 88th minute of the game. A last gasp goal by skipper Charita Ratnayaka, putting the Lankans in a very good position after many years. This is your highlights of the full game. Early goal went in for Yemen. Sri Lanka held on until the last minute to not give away any goal scoring opportunities for Yemen. Akhil, what we saw today is a brilliant comeback from Sri Lanka, led by Charita Ratnayaka.
True, Muad. After being 3-0 down in the first leg, that was an amazing comeback by the Golden Army. Chances created throughout the game, attacking football, which resulted in a late goal. A penalty missed by Wasim. And some acrobatic saves by Sujan Pereira once again throughout the game. One of the vital factors where the game ended up in 1-1, and Shinal Sandesh passing out for the captain, and captain scores a superb header at the dying minutes of the game. A brilliant display of football by the Sri Lankans. A good team effort which resulted in a full-time score of 1-1.
أنت اللاعب اللي سجلت الهدف، كيف تشعر في هذه المباراة أو كيف شعورك في هذه المباراة؟
أولا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. المباراة كانت صعبة طبيعة الحال في أرض سريلانكا. كنا نتمنى أن نخرج بالفوز، لكن الحمد لله مشي التأهل. تراجعنا في آخر المباراة، كان ممكن نسجل 2 و3، لكن خرجنا بالحاجة الأهم وهي التأهل.
Important thing, we qualify. We hope to win this game and score 1 or 2, 3 goals. But alhamdulillah, it's the important things we qualify to the group.
Yes. What do you think about the comparing with the Sri Lanka first match at Saudi Arabia and this home team Sri Lanka?
كيف شفت المقارنة بين مباراة الذهاب ومباراة الإياب سريلانكا؟
طبيعي منتخب سريلانكا بين أرضه وجمهوره كان ند قوي. حاولنا ان احنا نمسك زمام المباراة في بعض الفترات، لكن مثل ما تشوفوا عندهم كرات خطرة مثل الكرات الثابتة وكرات التماس، استطاعوا استغلالها شوية وسووا ضغط على الفريق. لكن الحمد لله يعني احب اشكر الشعب السريلانكي ايضا وعلى حفاوة الاستقبال، كانوا يعني قد المسؤولية في حفاوة الاستقبال.
When we compare between the first game and second game, Sri Lanka play good in home. And we try to possess the ball, but they are strong in set pieces, and they score 1 goal from set pieces. But we want to thank Sri Lankan Association and Sri Lanka people because they are kindly. We are very happy with them.
We are wishing for the next match, right? Thank you very much and have a good day.
شكرا لكم شكرا على هذه المباراة.
إن شاء الله.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and football lovers here at home and across the world, this is the end of the second leg between Sri Lanka versus Yemen, the 1-1 drawn game at the AFC Asian qualifier for FIFA World Cup 2026. Just before we go, there is another short interview. Do stay tuned.
මේ වෙලාවේ ඔයාගේ අදහස් කොහොමද මේ comparing with the first match at Saudi Arabia and this match the home team match, how do you feel?
අතරම මම ගොඩ සතුටු වෙනවා අද මැච් එක ඩ්‍රෝ වුණ එක ගැන. අපේ පේස්ලා දෙන්න තුන් දිනක අද හිටියෙත් නෑ මේ අසනීප තත්ත්වෙ හින්දා. ඒත් අපේ ටීම් එක මම හිතනවා අපේ අනිත් පේස්ලා හොඳටම උපරිම මේ දුන්නා කියලා හිතනවා. මේක තමයි අපේ පටන් ගන්න මම හිතනවා මේක තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ආයේ මුලින් ඉඳන් පටන් ගන්න ෆුට්බෝල් වලින් මම හිතනවා මේ හොඳ ගමනක් යයි කියලා. අද ගොඩක් සතුටු වෙනවා අද ශ්‍රී ලංකාව කරපු විදිය ගැන.
ඇත්තටම මේ දැන් බලනකොට ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ පළවෙනි මැච් එකට වඩා මේක හොඳ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එකක් තිබ්බා. ඒ වුණාට මේ අපේ ෆෑන්ස්ලාගේ ටෙක්නිකල් ආයගේ තියෙන අදහස මේක දිනන්න තිබ්බා කියලා. ඒ ගැන ඔයා මොකද්ද හිතන්නේ මේක?
ඇත්තටම අපි කොහොමත් අද ඕල් අවුට් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට ආවේ. අපිට ෆැනල්ටි එක මිස් වුණා. ඒ ගැන ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් කනඩු වෙනවා. ඒක අපේ ප්‍රවීණ ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් තමයි මිස් කරේ. ඒත් එimhe ෆුට්බෝල් වෙනවා කොහොමත්. මම හිතනවා මේ ෆැනල්ටි එක ගිහලා තිබුණා අපි මැච් එක දිනන්න තිබ්බා. 2-1 එහෙම තමයි ෆුට්බෝල් ඉතින් කවුරු කිඩා කරත් එහෙම තමයි.
right එහෙනම් all the best ඊළඟ match. Thank you.
And that's it, folks. This second leg clash between Sri Lanka versus Yemen in the FIFA AFC Asian World Cup 2026 for the qualifier match here in Colombo Racecourse ends in a 1-all draw. Yemen clinched the game and the overall aggregate score of 4-1. They won the first leg in Abha, Saudi Arabia, 3-0, and here at home Sri Lanka put on a valiant effort to score 1 goal each and go in home with some pride and hope for the future of Sri Lanka. Good evening and take care and a pleasant Tuesday evening. Good night.